hope I'm live today. Okay, so so I joined some wrong link. Okay, so my bad. Okay, okay, so okay, yeah, that's okay. So I'm live. Okay, sorry for 2 minute delay. So hello all. So yeah, we have to start with our day 4 now. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so a bit of delay. Okay, so today, as I've told you, today we are going to learn about CSS Grid, and it is even more important than Flexbox. As I've told you all, it is even more important than Flexbox. Flexbox, lot of you have liked yesterday, means, but Flexbox is very small in comparison to Grid, and Grid sometimes I feel Grid as more powerful, and so also, and sometimes more easy also. Especially there is no direction like that. What is in Flexbox, you don't have any direction or something. Okay, so that is much more easier. And let me share my screen now. So I'm sharing my screen, and we are all able to see my screen. Okay, so I just made it a grid directory, and again, so let's start it. Okay, hope I will be able to complete it today, or today it won't be possible because it takes time. It generally takes time. Okay, 1 minute. I think I forgot to do one thing. This. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. And again, I will. Okay, here I will make another mkdir grid one. Grid one, I'll create cd grid one, and I'll open it with VS Code, and we're going to work in that. And again, I'm going to create a lot of files today also. Hope you're all able to get the files which I have created yesterday. Means I've posted a GitHub link actually, so all of you might have got it. Okay, so this is there. And okay, it is coming here. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, this okay. So everything is set up, and let's start. So here I'll make a index.html and style.css. Let me increase the font sizes also. Okay, so I think this much is enough. And it is grid one, linking the CSS file, link CSS, style.css is there. And then okay, then let's have some item as well as the basic code. So all of this, I have 10 items. I have 10 items here, and I will have some basic styles here also. So basic styles here also I will have. Okay, and we have already learned Flexbox. Okay, so I have this basic styles. In this, one thing is very important. See, this root is something I have taken, and this thing is known as CSS variables. Okay, they are very powerful. If I give this root and give something like this, like they're known as CSS variables, then after that I can use it like this var black and all those things I can use. So all these things are there. And one more thing is that I am this item is there. All of them are item. So I'm centering them also with display flex, justify container center, and align item center. We have done this already. We've done this already. Okay, so this is not yet grid started. This is the basic setup is done, and now I will go live, and it will open like this. So just like Flexbox, we have some basic styles. So everything is coming one after the another. Everything is coming one after the another. And now we are going to start. Okay, now we are going to start. And so as with the grid, what happens? As with Flexbox, what happens in grid? We also have to give the grid on the container. So like this container parent element, which I've told in the Flexbox parent element, you give the display. Okay, parent element is there like this dot container, and here I'll give the this display grid like this display grid, and I'll do nothing will happen. as we all know, if I give it as flex, we've seen this yesterday, flex will come one after the another, but with grid nothing happens. Why? Because grid is actually bi-directional. As I've told yesterday also, grid is bi-directional. It is not like Flexbox, like unidirectional. It is bi-directional. We can control the row also, we can control the column also. And that is one of the reasons it is very, very powerful. Okay, grid is very powerful. Okay, so let us see what we can have here. So here we have actually two properties. These two properties are very important. Grid template column and grid template rows. Grid template columns for the column and grid template rows for the rows. So first let me do the GTC. Okay, GTC is the shortcut. GTC, and repeat is something which we're going to learn later on. So GTC and 200 pixel and 500 pixel, 200 pixel and 500 pixel. So I'll do this. See, the moment I do this, this will happen. Two columns are being created. This is 200 pixel and this is 500 pixel. So this is about grid. So I can create a column also, but as it is bi-directional, so what is the benefit of it? I can create the rows also. So that is the benefit of it. So GTR, grid template row, again, and then it's like repeat. I'm going to do later on. Yeah, and please do subscribe. And we have hit 200 subscriber. Thanks you all. But please do subscribe because we should reach new heights so that all the people can benefit from this channel and become a web app developer. Okay, so as this is the motto of me, to create at least 10,000 web app developer in 2022. Okay, already 3-4 developers have been made through my YouTube channel, of course, not through my paid courses. Paid courses are also there, but through YouTube channel only 3-4 developers are already been created. Okay, so this is grid template row, which is 200 pixel, 100 pixel and 300 pixel. So what is this row? So this is this 200 pixel row, then this 100 pixel row, and then this 300 pixel row. But I have created only 3 rows. So what is happening? These two are not rows. Okay, these two are just default. Whatever the space was there, whatever the margin was there, it is created like this. Okay, so this is there. Okay, so that is done. And now we have one more thing here, which is known as gap. So gap, like maybe like 5 pixel I'll do, and I'll save it. See, this gap is actually all the way around the gap will be created. So this is about just the basics about grid. We have grid template column, we have grid template rows, and we have all those things like justify content and all those things. But you're going to see that we have a lot more things before that also. A lot more things are there, and we are going to learn those things before. Okay, so that is there. And now second thing is there. We're going to come here, and one more thing is there. Okay, before coming to the second thing, I'm using a browser. This is not Chrome, this is not Firefox. This browser is known as Firefox Developer Edition, and it is very important to work on this browser if you're working on a grid, because this has got some special tools which even Firefox doesn't have. Only this thing have, especially the grid tools. It has got something known as grid tools which only this browser have. So Firefox Developer Edition available in every platform. Means Windows also, means Windows and Mac, whatever. So I'll do the inspect here, and if I come here, see this grid thing I'm seeing, this tool is not there anywhere else, only here it is there. And here what I can do, okay, maybe it is showing a bit smaller. I'll do it like this much. This much is the perfect actually this much is the your perfect laptop view. Okay, so this is there, and let me make this on. So this is on, this also a bit bigger. So see that this one is a grid, it is telling. And if I click here div container, which is a grid, see, to give me these lines, and this lines doesn't come in any other browser. It doesn't come in any other browser. These are spatial lines which tells us where the grid is, what the grid is, and all this thing. We're going to learn about this. See, grid have a rows and columns, so it gives us this nice thing, 1 2 3. So this these are the 3 column numbers, and this 1 2 3 4 5 6, these are the row numbers. So all this row number and column numbers are coming in this browser only. Okay, so that is there. And now we have already done this to column layout. Maybe what I will do, I want to show something. So 100 here, I'll do it as 50, and maybe this has 200. I want to show something, that's why I'm doing this. nothing much difference is there. Only this is the 7 and 9. I am able to see it easily. But see, I want to tell about implicit tracks and explicit tracks. So explicit tracks are what? As I've told, we were able to form only 3 rows, and we formed only 3 rows actually, and 2 rows were formed automatically. These 2 rows were formed automatically because we haven't given those rows. So there is something known as explicit track. So what is explicit track? So I'll come here and I will explicit track have this dashes, like this dashes are there in explicit track, and implicit tracks have this small dot, small dot. So let me increase this font size and all. So not here but here, this browser I'm increasing. So see, if you can see, this dashes are there, dash are there. Okay, and if I come here, these dots are there. So dots means they are implicit track. They're formed automatically because we have not given them, so they are formed automatically, implicit track. So now what happened in the implicit track, we can actually control them. We can give something more in this implicit tracks. Okay, through one more thing is there, which is known as grid auto rows. So we'll come here and I'll do grid auto rows as 150px. Grid auto rows as 150px. I'll save it. Now what will happen? See this this thing is already 150. So whatever were the implicit tracks, and they were created automatically. Okay, means automatically means not automatically. We can control them like 150 pixel, whatever the implicit tracks are. So this is 150 pixel. Okay, some people don't like it because there are too many options in grid. Okay, so that is okay. If there are too many options, then also it is okay, no problem. Okay, so this is done. So now responsiveness is very easy to do in grid. You're going to soon learn why responsiveness is very easy in grid. Okay, so I've done this thing. As I've told, I'm going to use a lot of folders like this so that you can have that have this in a GitHub. So I will just close this maybe and want this thing. Okay, so we are going to see in another VS Code. Okay, another VS Code we are going to see. Okay, so where is my terminal? I'll go back once again. Yesterday I pasted the GitHub link in the project only, so you guys see it. Okay, so I'll do and I'm doing a lot of command line because I want all of you to learn the command line. Okay, grid 2 because it is required for our journey. It is required. After next week is JavaScript. After that it's React. After that it is Redux. Redux require a lot of command line. After that it is React Native. Okay, so this month is a lot of things are going to happen. React Native is also there. A lot of people wanted React Native. Grid 2 is there. So I'm going to grid 2 now, and I'll again open it with VS Code now. And here let me quickly make a index.html and style.css, and in this index.html I'll have this, and one sec, I will make it big, grid 2, and here I will have a bit more, so I'll have around 15. Another div. So I'll have this, and here the CSS is like again I will have the same thing. One second, let me check if I have the same thing. Okay, let me take it from, okay, so whatever is there I will take it from here only. So let me save it, let me close this thing, and we are going to work on this now, which is the second one. Okay, so I'll go live. Okay, it is coming because I have not linked the CSS. And I have linked the CSS. Again, it is coming like this. 15 things are there. Okay, so this 15 things are there. So let us start it. So what we are learning now? So we are learning now sizing tracks. So sizing tracks is it is all the things which I'm telling now, sizing tracks and all. So they are special features in Grid. So they are not even in Flexbox. So Flexbox only have this justify content and all those things. Justify content and all those things are here also. In fact, it has got more. It has got all four justify content, align item, all those things, and it has got align self also and justify self also. So it has got more actually, and the Flexbox have only I think a four. Okay, Flexbox has only four and it has got six of them. So that's how also it is much more bigger than everything. Okay, so this is there, and now again let me go back here and Flex I have done. Now I'll do here dot container and display is grid and gap is 20 pixel, and so it will show like this. A bit of more gap is there. Hope I'm at 100%. So if you are not at 100%, sometime it doesn't comes right. So gap of 20 pixel I've done. So let me do one more thing. So here next thing I'll do is GBC grid template column, and I will make it as, maybe I want to divide it equally, so I'll make it as 25%, 25%, 25% and 25%. Okay, I will save it. But it is not equal. It is not equal, and fourth one is cutting. It is a normal screen. Fourth one is cutting because it is 100% plus those 20 pixel gap is also there. So it is 20 pixel gap, 20 pixel gap, 20 pixel gap. It adds to that thing. So that's the reason it is cutting. It is not coming completely. So what to do? Okay, so we are going to see a very good thing soon. Okay, how to, we cannot do it like this. Okay, so border is like a 5px solid black is there, and grid template column again we are going to do it like whatever means like 200 pixel and 150 pixel I'll do, and I will save it, and 200 pixel by 150 pixel. So this is like 200 pixel, this is 150 pixel. Okay, so these two things are done. Okay, so now we are going to learn about one of the most important concepts, which is known as FR. See, one thing I want to tell, in Flexbox, in the real production projects which you will go, and you all should do my front-end mentor series, you will find that we use Flex1 property a lot, which I told you yesterday. Flex1 property for the individual thing, and with Flex1 we can control a lot. Today also I was doing some project in React Native, and there also Flex1 is used a lot, because React Native, one thing I want to tell, React Native has generally just the Flexbox. By default, everything in Flexbox and React Native. That's again a great thing. So that is there, and so what else I was telling? So Flex1 is very important in Flexbox. Similar to Flex1, in Grid, what happens? We control a lot with FR. FR is a unit in Grid. Okay, so we control a lot with that. So FR means what? FR means free space. See, there is a lot of free space here. After 2, there is a lot of free space. 3 could have come here. A lot of free space is there. Okay, so I will add one FR here. One FR I'll add and save it. See, now what does this mean? This means I want 3 columns. One is 200 pixel, one is 50 pixel, one is 1 FR. What is 1 FR? 1 FR means whatever the free space is there, I am using that. Whatever the free space is there, I'm using that. 1 FR means that. 1 FR means that. Okay, so that is 1 FR. Similarly, we can have means like 2 FR also. So 2 FR means twice. So 2 FR I'll do. So what does that? What does this mean? See, actually, after 200 pixel and 150 pixel, there is this much space is left. One thing to notice is this much space is left. So this much space is now divided into like 1 FR and 2 FR. How it is divided? So like suppose that space is divided into 1/3 of the space is gone to here, and 2/3 of the space has gone to the 2FR1. So that is how the free space is divided. Dividing the free space is very important. In Flexbox also, by flex property we divide the free space. Here also by FR property we divide the free space. But this happens on your parent only. There it happens on the children, but it happens on the parent only. Means parent only. Container is the parent element. Parent element. This container. So we're applying it there. Okay. So that is like that. And then there is one more property known as auto. So if I give this as auto, what is this auto? Auto property means whatever the space of this container is there. See, it is some padding and margin is there. Whatever the space of this container, it will be that much. Auto. It means auto. And suppose one of them item, maybe like this fourth item, I will write Okay, front end. I'll write front end. See, it is increased, so this is also increased. It is increased, so this is also increased. So this is all about. Okay, so I'll again make it back, and it will be looking like this. Okay, so this is there, and we were seeing a lot of repeat command was coming. Repeat command was coming. So what is this repeat command? Suppose I have like this like after this, maybe not after this, like this I will have 1fr 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 1fr. I'm dividing. So instead of writing this, I can have a shortcut. This is a shortcut. Okay, repeat 2 times of 1fr. Repeat 2 times of 1fr. Save it. So 2 times of 1fr means again the same thing, 1fr 1fr. Okay, so one more thing is there. Okay, so that is like this. Suppose I want something like this repeating pattern, like 1fr 2fr 1fr 2fr. I want something like this, 1fr 2fr 1fr 2fr. I want something like this. So instead of giving this, you might have guessed what I can do. I can do like this, repeat and 2 times of 1fr and 2fr, 1fr and 2fr, 1fr and 2fr. This is 1fr and 2fr. So like this we can do. So this is how it works. Okay, so this is done. Now we are going to learn about a very good thing which is known as sizing grid items. So we are going to learn about that. So again, I will actually close it, and I will close this one also, because now I'm going to have a different code pen. Okay, so I will come back again, cd dot mkdir grid 3 cd grid 3 and open it with VS Code. So it's opened. Again, not a folder, the file index.html and CSS. So index.html is there, and grid 3. Let me link it because I forgot it previous time. So link style.css, and here this time we are going to have a lot of items. Okay, so we are going to have around 30 items this time. So a container is there, and inside this 30 items are there, and there are some other class names are also there. So these 30 items are there in the container. Okay, and then we are going to have a bit of style. So let's have this and save it and go live. Hope it is done. Yeah, so we have more thing like we have 30 things now right now. So like this 30 things we have. Okay, so now let's get started again. Okay, so let's have some grid now. Okay, so dot container and display is grid and gap is 20 pixel and etc grid template column repeat and 5 times of 1fr. 5 times of 1fr means it will show like this. Five columns are created of 1fr. Okay, so now what will happen? Suppose I choose this item 9. So everything have a number also. So I'll choose this item 9. I'll choose this and dot item 9, and here background of misty rows and width of 500 pixel. Save it. So the width of it is increased and everything else is also increased. So most of the time we don't need something like this. If we don't need something like this, if you need something like this, it is okay. But if you don't need something like this, suppose I want to increase the width of something, but everything else should not increase. So what to do? Okay, so what to do instead of this width, we have another property. Okay, that is known as grid column. Grid column, and it is of 2 span of 2. So now see what will happen. It will span for two columns. It span for 2 columns, and it is always better to have an inspect here. It is very important here to have an inspect and contain. Again, I will go and contain. I will open this thing. So see, it is span of 2 columns. So this is what it is. This is sizing the grid tracks. This is also very important concept. So similar to this, I can have a row also. So it is like grid row of span 2. To see, the row is also been done. And what happens, the rest of the items it get different accordingly. Means it after this it will go, so it will adjust accordingly. After 9 it will go, so it is not changing everything else, it is only changing this thing. So this is known as sizing grid items. Okay, so grid column and let us do something else. Now I'll do this item 16 dot item 16 I'll do, and here background is like chart reuse, and grid column starts. Something known as grid column start is there. It will start from 2, and something like grid column end is there. It will start at stop at 6. Again, this thing is very important. Okay, so 16 I'm doing, it is starting from 2 and ending at 6. Starting from 2 and ending at 6. It means that 16 will start from this 2 and end at 6. Okay, so let me save it. So see, it is starting from this 2. So this is the number. This is the column number, starting from the 2 column and ending at 6. So this is like this. Another way to do it. Another way to do the same thing. So actually there are 2-3 other ways also to do the same thing. So let us do all of these things. So I will comment it out. And the same thing, I can do it by grid column. And so one way is this, and another way is like grid column 2 by 6, means it will start from 2 and end at 6. So this is also, you can do it like this. Save it. So nothing different will happen. Okay, so this is another way, and then there is another way also. In that, what will happen, I will mix and match both of them. So grid column is like 2 span 4. Again, the same thing is there. So this is how it works. Okay, so now there is one more thing is there. So suppose this item 17 is there, and dot item 17. Okay, and background Sienna I'll do, and grid column I'll do. And you might have seen this column number 1 and column number -1. So what is this -1? -1 is always the last column is named as -1. So it is like grid column 1 and -1. 1 and -1 I'll do and save it. So from here it is starting until the end it is going. So this is what it is all about. Okay, so similar to this, I can have the dot item 18, and it is like background. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, so instead of this, I'll do a -2, 1 to -2. So it will go from here till the -2, although -2 is never given, but we can assume that -1 is here. Not assume, it is actually there. -1 is there, and -2 is 1 before that. So this is another way to do it. Okay, so it is done actually. Let us do end it with just do it at both of them. Item 20 is like background linen, and grid column is 1 to -3, and grid row is 8 to 10. Save it, and so it will be like this. Okay, so this ends this chapter. And now what we are going to do, we're going to do a very important thing, and that thing is known as the property of autofill and autofit. This is by default the most important thing in grid. If you understand this thing, this is such a powerful thing. With this, what you can do, you can do very good responsive layouts, and there are only single lines of text which are there in autofit and autofill. This is a very powerful grid concept which I'm going to do right now. So I will again close this thing and let me close it. Okay, dir grid cd grid open it with VS Code. And then here index.html and style.css. Okay. Okay. Grid 4 and link CSS is there. Then have this till item 12 and this I have. Then go live, refresh it. So this time I have item 1 to item 12. I have something like this also. Okay, so let us start. Okay, it's a bit what I have to do. Okay, so here, so we are learning the property of autofill and autofit. Okay, so dot container, and it is very useful, dot container, and display is grid. Okay, and gap is 20 pixel and border is 10 px solid black. Save it. So it will show like this. Now GTC grid template column, I will use the repeat. So till repeat, in what was happening, I was giving something like this 5 and all these things. I was giving 5 and then whatever the size I wanted to do, like 1FR or 150 pixel or something like that I was doing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, instead of giving some number, I'm going to use a property known as auto fill, comma 150 px. I'll do autofill, comma 150 px. So what is this autofill? So autofill is something which will try to adjust it on its own. Means like this 6, see this 7. So whatever it is able to do, it is doing it on its own. And if it's not able to adjust, it is moving to the next column. Okay, next row it is moving. So that's why it is responsive. See, it is completely responsive. It is responsive and it is moving accordingly to it, but not completely responsive. I'm going to tell even much more better thing than this. Okay, so autofill, this is autofill, and I have told that autofill there is something known as autofit also. So autofit is actually similar to autofill, but let us see the difference first. Okay, so to see the difference, I'll come here and this I just need four elements here. So I will comment it out, save it. So it will be shown like this. Okay, it will be shown like this, and again I have to open this, inspect, and this container. So this container I'll choose. So this, it will show this thing. So it is showing that. So there is one thing important to notice here. It is showing that, okay, if I would have an item 5, it would have fitted here. It is showing like this. If I have the item 5, it would have fitted here. If I make it a bit bigger, it will also show me that item 6, 7, whatever it is there, it will be fitted there. Okay, so it is showing me like this. So now what will happen, instead of autofill, I will take autofit. and see this border is still here, but it is showing that if it is ending here only. So whatever is there, it is ending here only. So whatever is the last item, it will end there only. So what is the benefit of it? What is the benefit of it? So if I have this, like, there is a very good layout which I can do with this. So this item 4 I'll do, and g grid column and I'll do as -1. Here, since the -1 is here only, so nothing will happen. So but if I do a auto fill, save it, see, it will move to the end because it was ending here. So this kind of layout, what is the benefit of it? I can make, you might have seen some nav bars in which three things are at one place. At the last, you have something known as logout or something is there. And again, this is completely responsive. It will be like this. Okay, so completely responsive is there. Okay, so this is, as I told, this is a very common pattern. So there is another thing, auto fill or auto fit. Along with, there is a property known as min-max, which is very powerful. With that min-max property, we can make responsive sites. Yeah, we can make responsive site very easily. So in this same example only, not in the same example because we're done with this. Yeah, I'm going to create another container here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this container here, and I'm going to have a div dot min max container. I'll have, and I will have here item 5 to 8. Item 5 to 8 I will have here. This, it is like this, and save it. So it is like this. I am have. So now I'm going to do this thing, min max container. I'm going to do. Okay, so I'll do this min max container. I'll come here, then I'll come here and do the min max container, and I'll do display is grid and gap is 20 pixel. So like this, display grid, gap is 20 pixel. I'll have a border here. Border is 10 px solid, maybe a dark blue is good. Like this, a border will be created like this. And now I will have a GTC, and one more thing before this thing, this 5 or this 6, I will change this a bit. I'll make it as a goodbye. I'll make, okay, goodbye I'll make. And then I'll go here and repeat is like auto fill and 100 px I'll do, save it. So see, autofill 100 px, but 100 pixel is not enough, and not enough for this also, and it is going outside. So 100 pixel is not enough, so it means that. But then we have another property known as min-max. Instead of 100 pixel, what I will give min-max. So it takes two parameters. One is a pixel parameter and one is the fr parameter it takes. And it means, so let me give it first, so then I will tell. So one thing is, I know that 100 pixel definitely it is not going to fit. So I'll do a min-max of 150 px or 1 fr. 150 px or 1 fr. It means, what does it mean? It means that it will try to fit each of your item in either a 150 pixel length or a 1 fr, whatever is applicable. Whatever is applicable, it will try to fit it in that. Okay, so it means that whatever is applicable, it will try to fill it with that. Okay, so this is what it means. Okay, so, and what is the benefit of it? The benefit of it is this is super responsive. See the second one, don't see the first one, see the second one, see, but see both of them. See, it is coming, coming. See, this is the benefit. In the finally, see, this is the mobile view. This is the final mobile view. Here what happened, there is a drawback here, means where when I was taking just autofill and 150 px, so it was doing 150 pixel is ending here. But here in this mobile view, it is completely responsive, and this is autofill. It is taking as a 1fr. 1fr means there was some free space, so it is taking a full free space. So this is super responsive. And this actually not this, and I'm going to tell one more line. Okay, so this is there. So there is one problem here in with autofill. In the desktop view, there is still some space has been left, so that's a bit of problem with desktop view. Okay, so with this desktop view, how we'll fix that problem? Instead of autofill, I should take autofit and see the desktop view is also fixed. See, it is like this ending here, and now I'll come here, and it is completely responsive. So actually this line is the most powerful line in grid. If you don't understand anything, understand at least this line. This line is actually the most powerful line in grid, because with this what happened, you can create completely responsive website with just this one line. And we are going to do this thing. We are going to create one completely responsive website with only this line, with only a single line. Completely responsive grid. We are we are going to create a photo grid. Okay, so that is, it is not like every website can be done with this. No, it is not like there are use cases, but a lot of things can be done with this autofill, and you're going to see that people uses this a lot in grid. And this is how powerful grid is. You're not even tell justify content and all. Okay, that is not yet done, and still we have learned so many things. So this is how powerful it is. Okay, so now, okay, so now we are going to, again, we are not going to still touch the justify content again. Actually justify content is also very important topic, justify content and line items, because in main production page you're going to use that. So we are going to now learn about another concept known as grid template area, and that is another way to actually style our layout. And this is very powerful way, but actually a lot less people uses it, because it, and this is the replacement of justify content and all. Justify content and all, after this we are going to learn, but we can use this on this thing also. Okay, so let me close this now, and now this again I'm going to make it a dot cd grid cd. It is like mkdir grid 5 cd grid 5, and open it with VS Code. Now again index.html and style.css there. Okay, so this is there. Now we are going to have a different code pen, and this time the code pen will be totally different. Okay, it is not like that all those items it is going to have. Grid 5 link the CSS, and this time I'm going to have some text. Look, okay, like this div container is there, and inside this I'm having this, and 1 2 3 4 divs, means these are the 4. Okay, wait, it's not done. Command Shift P, format selection. Okay, so this 4 children it has got, 1 2 3 4. This 4 children it has got, and item 1, I'm a sidebar is there, then there's some a small lorem, if some text is there, I'm a sidebar 2. So what we are going to do with this is a very powerful concept. With this we are going to create a layout. With this we are going to create a layout, and okay, I've given this. Okay, I have not given this. So again, let us have this and save it. Now again I'll come here and go live. Okay, so it's live. Refresh it. Okay, so it will come like this. So what is my intention? My intention is to create a whole website layout from it. I am a sidebar 1, it should come here. I am a sidebar 2, it should come here. Footer should come in the bottom, and the content should come in the middle. So this is what what means a layout is there. You can do any layout with this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do with this. Okay, but by default everything is div, so everything is coming one after the another. And now we can do this. And let us do this. And now again I'm going to go here and here. Dot container is there, and then display grid is there, and gap of 20 pixel is there, and then GTC is there. Repeat, I don't want. I want it as 1 FR, and then the next one is 10 FR. 10 FR also. Okay, we can take anything. 1 FR and the 10 FR. Okay, so I'll save it. So this is 1 FR, this is 10 FR, and this is again the 1 FR. Again, this has a grid. Okay. Now the GTC I'll do, GTR. Also not repeat, like 150x, 150p. I could have used the repeat. 100x. I'll save it. So it is like this. Okay, so grid template row, it is like 150 pixel. So it is not showing it here. So it is like 150 pixel. Okay, it is showing it here. 150 pixel, 150 pixel, and this is the last one is 100 pixel. So now I have to fill everything at the correct place. Okay, so how to do it with, there's something known as grid template areas. This is a very powerful concept, although as I have told, not most people use it. Most people use the next thing which I'm going to tell next, which is justify content and all those things. Even in grid we have all those things, just like in Flexbox. But let us understand this concept. If you like it, you can use it. Okay, so grid template areas I'm going to do, and then here I'll do like sidebar -1 content and sidebar -2. Then after this again I will have this thing, and the last thing will be now like the footer. Last thing will be footer. We can omit this thing also. So like this I'm going to have, and see again, so this is no class and all. So this is something my grid template areas will show me. And see again this thing, why I was telling you to use Firefox Developer Edition, for this reason only. This thing is also only here only. This is advanced grid stuff which is there in the Firefox Developer Edition development tool, only here, nothing else. No Chrome, no Firefox, no. This is not ordinary Firefox. Okay. So this is like this. It is telling me this sidebar 1 is here, content is here, sidebar 2 is here, sidebar 1. Now it is defining. Okay, it is defining these areas. I'm defining this area like this. Okay. Now what I can do, now I can come here and after this container I'll come, and here I'll do dot footer and grid not gap, like grid area as footer. I'm going to do. So what is this dot footer? Dot footer is actually a class here. I should not have named it like this. So this dot footer is this class. Okay, this class, I'm a footer, this class is there. So this class is known as dot footer, and grid areas means footer. This footer means this grid area. So I'll save it. See, it will all of this footer will go to this grid area footer. Now similar to this, I have this dot item 1. I'm going to have item 1, and here the grid area is sidebar 1. So what is this item 1? Item 1 is this. Item 1 is what is written here. I am sidebar 1, and I am sidebar 1. I want it to go to this sidebar 1 area. So means these two things I want it to go. So I'll save it, and this will come here. I am sidebar 1. Now I have a item 2 also. I think item 2. So item 2 is this, which have these two paragraphs, which is actually my content. So I want it to move to the content. So dot item 2 and grid area is content. Don't want it to, and grid area is content. So it is moving in the content. Okay. So now like this, I'll have a dot item 3, and it is like grid area is like sidebar 2. So item 3 is what? Item 3 is like I'm sidebar 2. So I'm sidebar 2, it should go to this sidebar 2. So it is, see, my whole of my layout is done. So this is how powerful it is. So I created anything and I can do it like this. Okay, do it like this, and I can move it anyway. So my whole website layout is done. So this is how powerful it is. It doesn't end here. What I can do here, I can do the media queries. Yeah, media queries required here also. In grid also we sometimes require the media queries. It is not like this in grid, it is grid. So we don't require the media queries. So media queries are used for responsiveness. A bit of media query is required, but grid and flexbox, both of them are so powerful that the media queries become very less here. Okay, so like this I'll do an add media is like max with is like 700 pixels. So this is the max width is like 700 pixel, and then we are going to have we don't have to give this again, so we can just have this dot container I'm going to have, and then this grid template area. I don't want to repeat this again. I just want this grid template areas to be chosen in the container dot container I've chosen. And now for the mobile layout, what I need to do, I need to change this thing. So maybe in the mobile layout, what I want the content to be displayed. Okay, I have not yet done mobile layout. I'm just giving that right now. So content will be like here. I want the content to be at all the top, and I want the sidebar one to be here. Maybe the sidebar one again here, and the footer like this. Okay, I'll save it. Nothing will happen because why nothing happen? Because it is the desktop layout. It is the max with the 700 pixels. So let me do the max. I made the tablet and both those things, tablet and both of these things at same is 700 is like this thing. Okay, 700 is like this thing. So maybe the tablet view also I have made it like this. Okay, so tablet view and mobile view both same I have made. You could have done it different. So see what is happening here in the tablet view. Content is coming in the same line in the top, and this sidebar one is here. In two things it is going, sidebar one and sidebar one, and sidebar two is going here, and the footer is there. So this is a tablet view. Mobile view is also like this. The content is going outside, that you can fix and all. But this is the desktop, and this is the tablet views. This is how it is done. This is how powerful this is, how powerful this concept is. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so let me give the attendance sheet, because I'm going to tell one thing after this, and that is the masonry layout, and after that we will end it here today. So after this, another one topic is left in grid, and that is the most important topic, and which is our justify content and all those things, and that is remaining for the end, because grid is so big. And one more thing is there, that maybe tomorrow we're going to do a small projects also from front end mentor. Okay, so I'm going to give the attendance form, and those who don't know, this is how the attendance form look like. And when you respond, it comes here in the response. Now there it is a new form, and you fill like your email, your current role, LinkedIn profile if you have. So I'm just going to send it. So a lot of people might not have seen this thing, so I'm showing this thing so that they can understand what it is there. So I'll copy this thing and I'll just paste it here. Okay, so mark your attendance here. Okay, one sec. So this I've done. Okay, no problem. Okay, so as I've told, we are maybe we are going to do that tomorrow itself, because today it's already time. So we are going to do that tomorrow itself. Legendary masonry layout we are going to create. So that masonry layout is very legendary, means with that you can, that is known as masonry layout because it has got something known as the pine interest and all. So this is very important. And let me stop sharing. Hope you all are liking it. Please do subscribe to my channel if you're not done it yet. Please do subscribe and like this video so that it can reach to more people. And we're going to meet tomorrow. So this justify content thing is remaining, and one more masonry layout, though that thing also I will tell. And then I may do two websites, not only one website. I will do two websites, maybe one with Grid, one with Flexbox if I have time. So I'll do two websites so that you can get the hang of it also. And I have already told you all to do from the front end mentor. I've given a front end mentor series yesterday. Tomorrow also I might give that. And what you can do, you can do the Flexbox also from there, and you can do the grid also from there. Okay, both of those things you can do from there. Okay, so with this I'll end today's stream. Thank you all for seeing, and I'll meet tomorrow, last day. Thank you all. Bye.